Nothing is off limits in the show that reimagined the zombie drama genre. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 zombie kills from The Walking Dead. For this list, we're looking at AMC's hit show The Walking Dead and are choosing what we think are the most impactful, memorable, or just plain badass zombie kills of them all. Up to the season 5 midway point, that is. We fully expect even more gratifyingly gruesome kills in the future. And as always, if you aren't up to date on the show, a spoiler alert is most definitely in order. Number 10, Andrea's DIY.
Problem, Dale.
Oh, just a small matter of being stuck in the middle of nowhere with no hope of...
The group's on the move, but a busted RV and a highway pileup stops them in their tracks. Cue the zombie horde. While almost everyone else hides beneath abandoned cars, Andrea and her dismantled gun are trapped in the camper's bathroom by one hungry walker. As she desperately struggles to keep him out, Dale manages to drop her a screwdriver. Remember, this was the premiere episode of Season 2, long before everyone was accustomed to getting up close and personal with the walkers.
That sounds about right.
But Andrea makes sure there's no return for this undead attacker, with several frantically aimed blows to the eye. Number 9, Brotherly Love.
Hey, little brother.
The Dixon brothers had a notoriously complex and violent relationship even before the outbreak, and this confrontation brings satisfying closure to their storyline.
Yeah, I know. Shit messed my life up when everything's going so sweet, right?
Merle finally finds the good within himself and attacks the governor and his troops alone. Unfortunately, it's a suicide mission.
I ain't gonna beg. I ain't begging you.
No.
After Merle's death, he subsequently turns, and as Daryl arrives on the scene, he finds his brother grazing over the remains of the troops he'd previously killed. Barely able to look at his undead brother before anger takes over, Daryl reduces Merle's head to a pulp. It's safe to say, expect more Daryl coming up. Number 8, Penny for Your Thoughts. After vowing revenge on the governor for holding her captive, Michonne sneaks into his quarters where she encounters a macabre scene, with zombie heads floating in tanks and the governor's daughter chained up and masked. But surprise, Penny's a walker too. And when the governor finds the katana-wielding survivor about to put down his little girl, he expresses uncharacteristic vulnerability, begging for mercy.
There's no need for her to suffer.
She doesn't have needs.
Don't hurt my little girl.
For a brief moment, we think Michonne will spare her. But one katana thrust later, Penny's dead and Michonne and the governor are locked in a battle that ends with him losing an eye. Number 7, Junk in the Trunk.
You hear that?
Yeah, wild animals getting wild.
Oh, so baby.
As brothers Daryl and Merle hear screams and shots, the elder sibling refuses to help while the younger rushes to the aid of a family.
Hey, man, I ain't wasting my bullets on a couple of strangers ain't never cooked me a meal or fellatiated my piece.
After taking down some walkers, Daryl sees one making its way through the back of a vehicle where a woman and her baby are trapped. He wastes no time dragging the zombie out by its ankles, then using the trunk door to eviscerate its skull in a veritable geyser of blood. This scene aptly demonstrates the differences between the two brothers, while also satisfying our need for gore and fake blood. Number 6. Bullseye. Sophia! While desperately trying to find Carol's lost daughter Sophia, Daryl endures serious pain after falling down a ridge, taking one of his own arrows to the side.
Son of a bitch.
One attempt to climb to the top results in another fall and disturbing visions of his brother taunting him.
Won't you pull that arrow out, dummy?
Fortunately, Merle's less-than-kind words are exactly the motivation Daryl needs to fight the walker nipping at his boots.
You his bitch now?
I ain't nobody's bitch.
In his delirious stupor, he finds the clarity to pull the bolt from his side and relocate it to another walker's skull. Showing how badass Daryl is, even in the direst of situations, this kill gives us insight into the mind of a deeply troubled man. Number 5. On the tee, Daryl Dixon.
I'm not staying in this suck-ass camp!
By this point in Season 4, Daryl and Beth are partnered together for survival. Beth chooses this time to rebel and wants to get drunk.
I can take care of myself, and I'm gonna get a damn drink.
She storms off, finding a golf clubhouse she's sure will have booze. And let's be honest, the potential for a golf-themed kill was high.
Golfers like to booze it up, right?
Daryl doesn't disappoint, as the pair's chased deep into the clubhouse by hungry walkers. With few weapons in sight, he grabs a club and downs one walker before launching into his swing, spraying zombie brains straight down the fairway and all over a bewildered Beth. After the apocalypse, maybe Daryl can join the PGA Tour.
Beat up on walkers if that makes you feel better. I need to do this.
Number 4. Little Girl Zombie. As is to be expected, many developments occur in the first episode of this series, setting us up for the roller coaster to come. But it's this execution that firmly establishes the horror and desolation that the zombie apocalypse has wrought.
Little girl? I'm a policeman.
For protagonist Rick Grimes, it must have particular resonance as his son Carl would have been much the same age. Still holding her teddy bear, the little girl zombie charges at Rick, forcing him to put a bullet in her head. An ambitious move for a pilot episode, this kill throws us headfirst into the world of The Walking Dead. Number 3. Maggie shows a walker the way.
It says sanctuary. That's just another reason to try.
The group is devastated at losing their relatively comfortable home at the prison and are trying to make their way towards Terminus.
Terminus. When we were out on the run to the veterinary college, we heard a message about this on the radio.
And at this point, everyone's got problems, but perhaps no one more so than Maggie. Distraught at the idea that she may never see Glenn again, she takes out her frustrations on an ambushing pack of walkers. On this occasion, a street sign is a more than suitable weapon, making quick work of several walkers' heads. We love Maggie's evolution into a kick-ass female, and this frantic kill sums that growth up perfectly. Number 2. Hands-free killing.
I'm being straight with you.
You were straight when you led me into the tombs.
Okay, maybe I wasn't straight.
You put a bag over my head.
In this world, you work with what you got. Rick has quietly decided to turn Michonne over to the governor to ensure the safety of his group. And Merle, naturally, jumps at the chance to help by binding her wrists to prevent her escape. You'd think that would leave her exposed, but this is Michonne we're talking about. When walkers attack, she uses what's available, namely herself, her binds, and a post to stomp one zombie and pin another to slowly but surely remove its head. It's brutal, resourceful, gory. Everything we love about The Walking Dead.
You gotta play the hand you're dealt. Only got one.
Before we take aim at our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. Carl shoots Shane.
So this is where you plan to do it? It's as good a place as any.
Rick and Shane's progressively volatile relationship finally culminated with this scene.
You really believe they're gonna buy whatever bullshit story you cook up?
With Shane growing increasingly unhinged, he moves to kill Rick and take back control of the group.
Why? Why now?
But our protagonist foils his former best bud's power grab, stabbing Shane straight through the heart. Carl arrives to see his father kill his surrogate dad and points his gun in Rick's direction. Unbeknownst to Rick, Shane has reanimated behind him, revealing a vital piece of plot information. But before zombie Shane can attack either of the Grimes boys, Carl fires, taking down a key character and losing his innocence in the process. Do you agree with our list?
I wish I had something better to say, something more profound.
Which Walking Dead zombie kill did you think was the most badass? For more gory top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.